I guess it would probably help if my mic wasn't muted, wouldn't it? Well, anywho, welcome everybody to CCS for another night of conference championship matchups. We got the American Conference and the MAC Conference coming at you later here in an hour. But first, the American Conference settles who is the top dogs in said conference as North Texas, the Mean Green, bring in their mean streak here to face Charlotte and the Niners for a chance and a spot in the CCS Championship. And while Mr. Nation is away, the Fox will play. That is why you guys have got me tonight. So I hope that you are okay with me here as the caster. If not, I do apologize. The next 2 hours are not going to be very pleasant for you. But we have got ourselves a exciting matchup. Should be very nice and fun. Filling in for Mr. Nash while he is off doing other things. So yo, what's up, Iceborg? I see you in the chat, brother. I also see a lot of Mean Green support. I see the UNT emotes going. I also see that we got Knight's mom in the chat as well. So always cool to see the family support, the friend support, the alumni, all sorts of support for both teams. As a reminder, when they rewatch this VOD, they will be able to see your chat, so make sure do support them. It does not go unnoticed. It might go unnoticed during the game, but not after the game for sure. Can definitely assure you that. So, what up, Noctiv? How we doing? I am excited and ready to get this conference championship underway. We are missing Charlotte in the lobby, though, so as soon as UNC Charlotte do arrive, which it looks like they are perhaps arriving now, if the server doesn't lag on us. Let's see. Niners are bruh. Come on, UNT on top. Oh, we got some conflict in the chat. I'd like to see it. Love to see the battle of the chat as well, and to join the battle of the teams going on. Should be fun. Oh, Iceport got it before I could. What a ban. Bro is on his toes. Like to see that. Yeah, we got fans for both schools here in the chat as the Mean Green and the Niners are getting ready. As soon as I get Charlotte in the lobby, we'll get things ready. Big Man says 1 sec in the Discord, so we will give Charlotte that 1 sec. They do have 15 minutes to arrive. All right, and Charlotte has indeed arrived. We've got ourselves a slam-packed full lobby, so let's make sure everybody's ready to go. Charlotte's ready. UNT needs 1 sec. Yeah, I hope you guys are excited and ready for a little bit of conference championship. We're approaching that time, CCS championship, right around the corner. Exciting times here in CCS. Playoff Rocket League. We get to see the defending champs Akron later tonight. The dynasty continues. They try to win another conference championship. Also, hope the audio and everything's okay. I do have to use a different profile for CCS than my normal casting profile, so hopefully everything's good. All right, both teams are ready. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think you know what that means. I think it's time to get ourselves into a Rocket League mood, shall we? And the conference championship is all up for grabs. Charlotte and the Niners taking on the Mean Green of North Texas. You want a spot in that CCS championship, and not to leave it up to the fate of the committee, you got to win a best of 7 here and now. So the Battle of the Green, the Mean Green, that is, of UNT, bringing it to the Charlotte Niners. And without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, may I welcome you to the American Conference Championship here on Collegiate Conference Series Season 8. And we are underway here for CCS, and I need to really quickly fix that. There we go. Everybody's nameplates are now showing, and we're good. We are underway as Charlotte is rocking the blue on your screen, the mean green in the orange, as we go with the traditional team colors here on this version of CCS. Santi to play out of the corner. It'll be a bouncer here. And knocked away. It's going to be a shot there from Bala, saved away by Sai. And Envious to clear as these two teams get settled in. Already a shot on goal. That first shot and a first save can often settle those game one nerves. Hopefully the audio and everything for the game and all is okay. The game might be slightly loud. Let me know in the chat. I am watching the chat. Let me know if there's any problems to be found. We'll get that fixed up, as Fox is on the production tonight, not Nation, so I gotta try and uphold the good name of CCS here as this ball gets dug out of the corner. Envious for the clear into Bala's path. He has got lots of time and space. He's also got Lazy camped out on that backboard. Lazy says goodbye to Santi. Bala's shot all the way through. He unfortunately ran smack dab into the post, the crossbar, denying him. A great bump upfield by Lazy forces Santi out of the play. Now it'll be Lazy again. Flip reset. Over one. Right to his good buddy Bala. And the Niners have collided for a goal here. What a connection as Lazy. You can see the flip reset right there. He got it. Beautiful feed. Bala to score. 1-0 Niners out front. You like the name tags with more stats? Awesome. That is good to hear. Hopefully my overlay is good. I got it done specifically for me and Midwest Mafia, so we bring it over here and allow it for CCS. It also matches. My favorite color's green, CCS is green. We've got two green teams. Everything's green. Like, we're just green here, so. Let's Santi with the next play. Midfield, he is looking for something on that backboard. Lazy to cover. Good play here out of the corner. He will dig it out. He's got a pre-jumping buddy in midfield. It is Knight to the backboard. He goes looking for something. Envious will deny that and send him back packing. As Charlotte have to play a little defense here. Knight back on the retrieval. Little give and go ski here as Bala went for the back wall touch. He got rocked in midfield with a bump. No touch for Bala there. And the ball does get cleared by the mean green. North Texas trying to find that equalizer. They've also got to watch out because here comes Charlotte yet again. We've seen the Niners start to force this ball into the mean green territory with time and authority as they're testing the back wall of the mean green again and again. Now they're going to have to watch out for a demo. Bala came racing through. And we'll clear it out. Envious with a touch. It's over. Lazy, he does stay with it. That is almost a triple commit there for Charlotte. Somebody's getting bothered with a bump thrown at them by the mean green, and now Envious to shoot, and he'll score. Tie game. Mean green for North Texas on the score sheet, and it's Envious as a favorable bounce out mid thanks to the dunk by Sai. Sets him up, and he'll strike into the back of the net. 1-1. We're all level. Oh, a demo right off the kickoff. Third man for Charlotte will have to watch as this one gets played up the wall. Lazy chases it down. Here he comes all the way through. He leaves it. It's a fake. He had no more boost. And now Santi getting it touched out of there by Envious. He says, "Excuse me, sir. I need this. Thank you." And it gets taken away. Charlotte Knight takes a bump, takes a huge bite out of Santi, and there's no way he's getting back to that ball. As right here, watch the bump. The bump off to your left of your screen. Knight just removed Santi from the play, and then Knight takes the goal for himself. Charlotte by 1 now. Yet again, thanks to the bump play there. There was no hope for Santi on that play. There's also no hope for the man getting demoed. Knight, he'll have to be back on the respawn and gets there. Another demo as the mean greens start to flex the physicality here. Taking out some Charlotte players. Unfortunately, unpunishable was that touch, but now here come the mean green numbers forward, but Knight clears it away. Chance for Charlotte to counter. Lazy needs a redirect here. It's a good one. It's off the back wall. Needs a finishing touch. It'll be Knight to shoot. Top bins. Bar and in. What a shot from Knight as he will strike into the heart of UNT's net. Look at this clapper away from both defenders. You can't place it much better than that, and Charlotte have the 2-goal lead here down the stretch. I know Knight's mom is happy to see that. What a finish for Knight, barring in. North Texas find themselves down by 2 here. They're going to need to generate a little bit more offense. They had a beautiful team play for their only goal. Since then, they haven't really challenged Charlotte's net. As the Niners come calling yet again here in UNT's half. Lazy to shoot. He'll test Cy on his back line. He makes a good save. The rebound cleared away. Final minute, 60 seconds left on the clock, and Charlotte have possession, and they're not looking to give it away anytime soon as they keep this ball pinned deep in North Texas territory. UNT needing something here from Cy. Tries for a little wave dash shimmy sham, but Lazy outweighted him. Now Lazy gets it by 2 minutes into the back of the net, and that should just about do it here in the game number 1, as Lazy gets right by Cy, sends him flying with the bump, gets the ball by the second man, third man not in position, and Charlotte up by a trio. And in the Twitch chat, there is a Danger Taco sighting. What's up, Taco? Hope you're doing well, brother. There is no meaner green than this mean green Texas squad. Well, unfortunately, game 1 did not go their way, but they will get multiple chances in this best of 7. As Charlotte have dominated the possession game and really kept the mean green out of Niner territory for a majority of the second half. And they're doing stuff like this. They're just keeping the ball deep, envious to clear. As Bala's touch got away from him a little bit, forces Knight into action, but a good retrieval here by he and Lazy. And they'll go up for it. One more flip reset for the road. Not quite on target. And it is UNC Charlotte. The Niners coming through with game number 1. 4-1 is your final. And that will do it here in game number 1. Look at ball possession. Niners did have a slight edge in that category. The demos were pretty even. The saves highly favored North Texas because they needed to make a lot more. Look at the shot differential as UNC Charlotte coming through with 13 compared to a mere 2 for the Mean Green. So a 13 to 2 shooting discrepancy was definitely a problem that needs addressing here by North Texas as we will transition into game 2. They need some more offense. Who is going to do it here for the Mean Green? They need to start to make this Charlotte squad think just a little bit. Charlotte looks awfully comfortable in game number 1. So we will load up the Forbidden Temple and see what both players and teams got in game 2. And we'll let the music drop just because, why not? And then we'll send her away. Game 2 loaded up and we are locked in and ready to go. Gotta love the good old horsepower. It's a classic here in Rocket League. One of the best songs, in my opinion, personally, for casting and production purposes. And early on, we already see Charlotte trying to knock on the door here for the Mean Green. As Santi to clear by Lazy, not past Bala though, he's up for it. Nice double challenge out of him. We'll get some help from Lazy and Knight as the two behind him go to work. Cy plays this one deep into Charlotte territory. Envious on the boost steal, another boost steal as well for Lazy. Eliminates that mid pad from North Texas hands. In a collision here, 50-50, shot on target, heavy bid into the back of the net. Cy with a nice strike here. And this touch right here, watch the 50, that one, powerful enough. Bala was caught. And a play, should I stay, should I go? There was no hope for it as fast as that shot was. And it's the Mean Green off and running here in game 2. They've got their first lead of the series. Up next is Santi. Flip reset, loaded up. No more boost though. He'll run out of momentum. So Cy to take over. I've seen Cy spelled out in the chat quite a few times. How do you spell his name? Well, he's got 1 goal. That's a stat that he is probably happy for. Lazy shot does get denied by Santi, and now the upcoming upfield challenge. Thrown towards Knight. He had to jump and avoid the contact because that ball was headed for his goal. And now Bala to clear. Cy in his way. Denies him and sends Charlotte back. This is better from the North Texas Mean Green. They're actually playing in the Charlotte half, and they're not having to deal with those 13 shots against just yet, as they nearly put one towards goal. But now here comes Charlotte. Pre-jumping Knight. He's not there, as the boost just not quite enough in his tank. That was a good idea, though, out of Charlotte. 50-50 jump ball here midfield. Balla to play it in deep. Envious will play this one away, and this one's going to pop up for Lazy to have to scurry up to. He's got a nice little passing play developing here, but the ball put too close into size territory, so he'll take that over. Knock it in deep. Here comes North Texas. It's side, drop down shot, and goal. As 3 men for Charlotte get fooled here. First man gets 50'd, second man gets faked, and the third man has to watch as that shot flies right over him and into the net. Sai does it all. It's 2-0, Mean Green out front. Sai goodbye, more like sayonara, as he sends the ball past all of Charlotte's defense and into the net for North Texas's second goal. We're stuck on the midfield camera there for a while. Looked like RLCS crowd view for a moment. But now we do finally follow up with the director cam. Santi out mid, Sai's there, and Sai's got his hat trick as North Texas's offense has come alive. I asked who was going to do it, and I think we've got the answer. It is the third goal for Sai. Beautiful pass from Santi. It's 3-0, just like that. Big collision midfield wipes out 2 players. They'll be back on the respawn, 1 for each team. Lazy, who just respawned, has to get up to this ball, as Charlotte have been kind of knocked back on their heels quite a bit this game. They owned a lot of Game 1 here in Game 2. Kind of a stunned effort so far for the Niners, having to deal with this absolute bombardment from Sai on their net. And now they'll try and get one back. Good at 50 on Lazy there by the defender. North Texas can clear. Just over 2 minutes left here in game number 2. Knight, we'll have to say night-night to him, but Balla reaches a helping hand in. Will drive this ball deep. He's got a man jumping mid, but Envious said no. Now a chance for a little bit of a psycho attempt here for Lazy. He had to be careful where he put that ball. It might still be in harm's way as Charlotte sending players packing. They don't have much boost here. And the ball does get dumped back in. North Texas chasing it down. First man misses. Second man, Santi. It's wide. Shot too high. Third challenge does get thrown through. First man for Charlotte gets leveled. On the demo, North Texas have come to play here in Game 2. They're not messing around. As the 3-goal loss, 4-1 in Game 1. They're returning the favor right now to Charlotte with a 3-goal lead. And they've kept the Niners out of their net. Here comes Sai yet again. He ran out of options. So Lazy will pry it out, but now it is the literal return to sender. Stamp on this envelope. Sai gets his 4th. North Texas won't let Charlotte run amok, as now they're the ones pinned in their half. It's Sai with his 4th goal. Envious' shot. I'm sure he would have liked the goal for himself, but why not a 4th for Mr. Sai himself? 4-0 here. North Texas in a firm command of Game 2. All the way through, Charlotte gets one back. It's Knight with a flashy finish. My goodness. As he picks up this ball and all the way through, no defenders up to challenge him until Sai, and then he gets dunked. That's a big boy dunk from Knight, and Charlotte's on the board. So the shutout is no more. The same scoreline reversed that we saw in Game 1, 4-1, maybe 4-2. It's wide. Lazy does get a bump though. Knight, that net's wide open, and he'll score again. Kickoff strat works like a charm, and Charlotte have cut the lead in half. The bump play by Lazy forces Envious into the net, and he can't recover in time. Great awareness by Lazy. And I mean, all of a sudden, just like that, the lead's cut in half. There's still time on the clock. Charlotte may not be done here. But a good kickoff here for North Texas sends Sai all the way through into the sky, rather, I should say, looking for his 5th goal. Now Envious looking to get involved on the score sheet. Goes for the flip. He got it. Knight denies him. Rebound put home by Santi. And the Charlotte comeback is put one step further behind now as Envious gets the 50 here on Knight. The bouncer out to Santi, and no mistake. Oh, we got Knight's mom and Envious's mom. The battle of the moms in the chat. That's what you love to see. Gotta love to see the family support. There's nothing quite like a mama. Out of the corner now, dropped out. Cleared up by Sai. 50s it forward. Knight will have to decide, do I go for boost, do I go for ball? Decides to opt for the ball. But Charlotte is, unfortunately for them, running out of time and options here in Game 2 very quickly. It looked promising there for just a moment. However, for Charlotte, it's not going to be enough, as they will have to settle for a tied series. North Texas, one more for the road. And Envious's mom, I'm sure, is probably happy to see that one go in the back of the net. Envious gets one off the turnover by Bala. It's in garbage time. It doesn't necessarily matter. And 6-2, one goal for Envious. That means all North Texas players have scored in this match. So 6-2, a team effort, everybody involved. And that is how the game comes to a close. GG's, North Texas, back even. So the best of 7 becomes a best of 5, and this time shots were nowhere near as one-sided as 13-2 in Game 1. Rather, it was a return of a 13-shot effort out of North Texas. So the key to winning in this series is clearly take 13 shots as a team. That's what we've seen, and we saw North Texas, the offense, every stat on that sheet favoring Orange except for saves. That makes sense when a team has more shots that the other team will have more saves, but it was a big-time effort there from the Mean Green. Sai leading the way with 4 goals. His teammates a goal apiece flanking him. So that's the key. If you generate a lot of offense in this series, obviously you're going to find success. Charlotte found it in Game 1. North Texas find it here in Game 2. We'll have to see how Game 3 shapes out as we load up into a DFH for our third game. Uh-oh. Where's Charlotte? Are we missing someone? We might be missing someone. There he is. Bala arrives. Shogun counts us down, and we're ready to go for Game 2. Game number 3, rather. I can count, as I got thrown off a little bit there. Lazy's initial bid does end up being a save on target. Was not threatening all that much, though. And we get settled in here for Game 3 of the American Conference Championship. Both teams with a game apiece now. A little awkward flip here for Santi. Decides to play it back for Envious. It was a good idea, but look out. Charlotte got the dunk. Puts that ball into danger territory. Niners not quite done yet as they continue to send pressure. Good 50 there by Envious to alleviate that pressure and send Charlotte back to their back wall to make a save. Bala is up to the task. He and Lazy to clear. Already some shooting for both sides. As Envious will carry this one forward. First man will opt to leave it for Knight. The ball played forward. Envious to shoot. Redirect cleared away with authority by Lazy. What a touch. But Sai is here, and he has got the ball. If I'm Charlotte, this is not the man I want to see coming back towards my net after 4 goals in Game 2, very nearly. Was able to beat the defender, but Lazy up to the task. Now Charlotte puts one on target. It's Bala with a beautiful feed coming from Knight, and it's a 1-0 lead for Niners. The pass forward by Knight, the redirect from Bala, beauty strike, and it's in the back of the net. 1-0 Niners lead. What a touch, what a strike, as Bala gets a great feed from Knight. And Charlotte have their first lead since game number 1. They fell behind last game, never looked back, did North Texas. Charlotte, when they took the lead in game 1, they too never looked back. So we'll have to see if we see a lead change in this game, or at the very least a tie game come from it. North Texas are on the move here. Envious out of the corner, needing some help. Sai did not get there in time. Santi up next. He's out of boost, so he has to just chip it into the corner and force Charlotte's hand. He got the boost steal on Charlotte now. Now the Niners running out of resources here in the corner. Knight and Lazy having to band together. Nice bump on the first man for Texas, sending him away. Lazy, no boost. He had to try and jump for it. Missed it. Here comes Sai to the back wall. No double for him. Rebound is available, and it's a goal for Envious as Sai went up to the back wall. He doesn't get a chance to do it all himself. Bala sent him away, but the rebound, the bouncer right to Envious, and a little chip shot just enough to beat Knight. It's 1-1. Yo, what's up, Citrus? I see you in the chat. Dropping those Fox emotes. Love to see it. Bala gets the ball knocked away by Sai. It'll be chipped forward. Here comes Lazy, the 50-50 out of the corner, and it'll be cleared for Santi all the way upfield. Again, I am filling in for Mr. Nation, giving him the night off after he has streamed multiple multi-series nights. He deserves a night off, so I am filling in for him. And bringing you this game and the MAC Conference Championship as Akron takes on Central Michigan at 9 p.m. Eastern. Maybe later, if the series goes by long enough. Bala nearly had a pass there from Knight. That's a connection we've already seen work once for Charlotte. Did not work in that occasion. In this game, not as high scoring as the last two. We'd already seen one team take off with goals by this point in the last two games, but not in this game. It is tied at 1. More of that battle of attrition style. Feels like each team has gotten that offensive game out of their system. Bala's not got all the offense out of his system, though, as he carries this ball forward. Envious just trapped in that middle ground. He was really caught in no man's land, and Bala makes him pay. It's a nice shot, and Bala puts the ball into the back of the net. 2-1 Niners out front. Oh no, it's an own goal there. It ends up going off the own goal as Envious chips it forward. As the kickoff play works for North Texas, Envious' little chip shot here. Bala tries to play it up and over the crossbar, ends up pinching it into his own net. Don't know if that one was destined for the goal by itself. It doesn't matter. It's in either way, and it's 2-2 right off the kickoff. That happened quick. That is how quick it can happen. Very nearly another quick one, forcing a save out of Charlotte. Lazy to clear. All the way up to the backboard, covered nicely by Sai. He'll outlet the zone, but not for long. Charlotte trying to hem in the mean green here. Keep them as far away from their net as possible. It's sent across goal. No shot to be had for Lazy. Knight will collect. Nice chip shot by Knight. It's a great chip shot all the way through and into the net. As Knight right here, look at this little floater, gets it by Santi, and then Envious again, just not enough boost to reach it. Knight with a flop wedge right into his own pathway, gets that one and strikes. And it's going to be another challenge. This time the kickoff works in Charlotte's favor. Envious has to make the save. We go back and forth. I said this game was low scoring. These teams are determined to make me eat my words as the goals start adding up here very quickly. Mean Green need one to tie. That one's into Bala's car, and now Lazy to clear. Looks for the skimmer, no touch. It'll drift into the corner here for Sai. 1 minute for the Mean Green to try and draw us level yet again. As Knight off the ceiling, he'll carry forward. Great pass down to Lazy. And Charlotte again, the team play working like a charm. It's Knight again. We've seen him pass a couple good times in this game. This one is right to Lazy and into the back of the net. 4-2. Niners out front. This ball cleared in deep. Nice play by Santi to get it away. It'll be knocked in deep here for Sai. Sai's touch off of his car, played away by Knight. And it'll be cleared downfield. Bala. We'll have to watch as North Texas take over. Here comes Sai. Nice little redirect off his car, but Lazy was up to meet him. A player gets demoed. That was a Mean Green losing his life. It was Santi back on the respawn. Big touch upfield. Knight is there for it. He and Bala going to work, keeping North Texas as far away from that Charlotte half as they can get. They're keeping them hemmed in, and game management in full effect here for the Niners. Maybe one more for the road, not quite. But game number 3 has run out the clock. It is Charlotte with a big-time effort here. They will win the game and take the series lead right back for themselves, headed into game 4. So we finally get a game with not double-digit shots, but the shots are dead even. The difference there for me was the number 2 in the assist column for Knight. They won by 2, and it was 2 gorgeous passes, one to Bala, one to Lazy, that Knight was able to help his team kind of break through there in that game. That first goal had to feel good after losing 6-2 in game 2. That first goal definitely takes off the stress and gets everything locked in and loaded here for Charlotte, and they ran downhill with it, gained momentum, and the Niners have the series lead headed into Utopia. All right, 2 to the side of Charlotte, 1 for the Mean Green. Let's see if the Niners can go to series point, or will the Mean Green make this a best of 3 as we load on into Utopia Coliseum for the beginning of Game 4. Charlotte with a 4-1 win in Game 1, a 6-2 win for the Mean Green in Game 2, then Charlotte with a 4-2 win there you just saw in Game 3, and oh, what a goal from Lazy! A flick and then some. As right here, Lazy gets the ball. He sees the defender respawn. The flick over one, and then the follow-up into the crossbar shot. Lazy, what a strike for him, and the Niners off early. What a goal. That's got to feel pretty good as Lazy connects. Here he comes again. That flick almost works again, but Sai has seen enough of that. He'll clear it away, and now Santi gets a favorable bounce off of him. Envious can shoot. It's too high, though. The Mean Green have to settle for retreating now as the ball gets cleared away. Here's a pass. Knight is up for this one. He's in an awkward spot, though. So Sai can take it away, but it falls right back to Knight. He's got the clearance over the 50 in midfield. Envious to touch. Oh, that's not a good touch for Envious. It falls right down to Bala, and he is going to gobble that one up. As right here, the first 50, Envious is just left awkward here. He needed a softer touch. The car betrayed him. And it's into the back of the net. 2-0 now for Charlotte off of the turnover there in front. And a good play by Bala to stay present and aware of the situation unfolding. Now here he is with no boost. Gets the ball over the second man. Third man had to arrive on the goal line. It was Santi. Look out. UNT starting to struggle a little bit. This opening minute defense is being tested again and again as Charlotte have opened the door with 2 goals. A flashy goal from Knight and a turnover caused by Bala. Have the Niners up by 2, and now they're looking for more. This one's going to bounce off the sidewall. Had a man from Charlotte jumping, couldn't make connection though. The Niners, here they come again. Flip reset, lined up for Bala, taken away from him. And North Texas can finally outlet as Sai goes deep in the corner. Lazy, that touch is a little awkward, a little hard as well. So Santi to take it over. Somebody just got wiped out on the North Texas side. So they'll need a respawn here. What a flick by Knight. Tries to set up Lazy. He leaves it for Knight. Little give and go. Doesn't work. As Sai will send it out. Up for this one's Bala. Dumping it in deep. 2 players for North Texas converging here. Santi to go first. Gets it by Knight. Lazy to put it on target. Good save. I think that was headed for the back of the net, but Envious would have no say in that. Not allowing Charlotte to get a third one. Now the bump comes through. That bump was actually crucial. A chance to follow up on that one, maybe. But Bala to clear. On the 50-50 ball, trading possession a couple times. Another jump ball. Chance for North Texas to shoot here, but Sai can't outrun Bala, who gets up to it. Santi has to watch as here comes Knight. You can see Knight was taking a peek at midfield, looking to see Bala. Now here is Sai to clear. Sends the ball up. He's out of boost, meaning Bala will set him back and put him right back into their zone. This is not where the Mean Green want to be. A good save, though. Out of Envious. He and Santi go. This one's going to bounce off the backboard. Thankfully for the Mean Green, there are no Charlotte players right in that vicinity, so they can clear. Finally get some breathing room. They'll get more than that. They get a dagger from Sai. What a shot. As he'll go across the field, Envious connects with Sai, and the Mean Green finally gets some life in their offense, courtesy of Sai. What a strike there off his Octane. 2-1. The lead cut in half here for the Niners. Mean Green off the kickoff. Need a diving play there from Sai to get back. Another shot towards goal. Saved away. Sai to clear. So still 2 minutes left here in this game. Definitely anyone's ball game here. Now Envious plays it to the backboard. If Lazy gets bumped there, it's a goal. So Lazy able to avoid the contact. And now Charlotte putting one in danger territory. As the Mean Green needs some help from Sai. Lazy's going to be up next. He's got Knight running up with him. And the defense for the Mean Green will say no. And now here they come. Sai, 50 past 1. Out flips the ball. And now here comes Knight. Nice little collection all the way through. Everybody trying to bump Santi. And he just stayed planted on that backboard nice and firmly. And he and Envious go to work. Now the pass from Envious finds Santi. It is on goal. Lazy had to say no and make the save. The jump ball here. Santi sends it forward side, trying to race past Bala. Bala got the touch, but numbers here for North Texas. Envious gets played off the back wall. There was no shot to be had as Santi plays it in deep. Bala on the next touch, plays it to the corner, being read all the way there. Was Knight on the follow-up, and then a shot. Good transition there by Charlotte, but the shot was no problem for North Texas as the Mean Green continued to battle here. Less than 40 seconds left here in Game 4. Mean Green in danger of going down to series point and having their bid for the conference championship be a loss away from being finished. It's Bala off the sidewall. And that is the type of goal that can be an absolute dagger into the final nail in the coffin. What a pass from Lazy, and then a redirect there by Bala. Puts it in off of the player and into the nets. 3-1. UNC Charlotte have the lead. This one's going to be dumped across. It's an awkward ball, but nobody for the Mean Green was there. So Charlotte do eventually get out of dodge. And it will be finally put back. One more opportunity. The Mean Green needed time left on the clock. They're not going to get it because Charlotte have sent the Mean Green packing all the way to their own back wall. They might get one more for the road, but the victory is secured. UNC Charlotte going to go up 3-1 in the series. They win the game 3-1 as well. And UNC Charlotte a win away from the conference title. Well, you are definitely in for a treat if you joined us for this series. Back and forth we go. North Texas not willing to just lay down and die. They definitely made things interesting there in the final half of that game. The only problem is that Charlotte, again, putting up 11 shots on their target compared to 5 for North Texas. The discrepancy in the offense generated by Charlotte comparatively is just what is winning them the game and this series up until this point. They're spending a lot more time in North Texas' zone, and they're denying the chance for North Texas to make any sort of counter happen. So for the Mean Green, we saw offense pour out of them in Game 2. Sai with an early hat trick really put Charlotte behind the 8 ball. They could not get out from behind said 8 ball in Game number 2. So we'll have to see if the Mean Green can keep their season afloat here on Aquadome. Game number 5 queued up. And we are ready for what could be our last chapter, but is certainly our next chapter here in the saga that is UNC Charlotte and UNT Mean Green. Here for the American Conference Championship in CCS, and already Charlotte needing a save as Envious tested the goaltenders early. Needed a save, and now look out, the rebound falls forward. It's a deflection right out to Lazy. The shot was not on target. Santi to clear, goes for the bump. Forced Bala to jump, meaning that Knight has to take the ball from here. Up to Lazy. Flip reset sends him forward, but not the ball. So now it gets passed back. That pass is behind Bala, meaning that UNT can have a chance to clear here. And they do. Santi on the next. Nice little flick up and over. Sai is there. Third time is going to be Envious as he has to wait as Lazy had the clear. And Charlotte gets a demo upfield. It was Lazy on it. Cleared back downfield by Sai. Tries to chase it down. Big 50 into mid. And UNT continue the offensive struggles. The grind. Continuing to try and find something towards that goal. They might get a favorable bounce here. It's going to be Bala off his own back wall. Creative save there, but it was a save. This one bounces back to Envious. Goes by the first man, and he gets rocked by Bala. Big time demo opens the door here for Knight. Open field, open space. Not much time to work with, though. And then we watch Knight as he gets knocked into the Shadow Realm. What a redirect here. But Bala had it read the whole way. Chance for Sai to work. Sends the ball upfield heavily. Touch actually gets away from Knight. Here comes Sai to shoot. Redirect off that floor. Rebound available, and there's Envious. Will strike first, and the Mean Green have their lead. As it is Sai, this powerful shot. It did hit the bar, but that bounce throws off the defense, and Envious to strike. The Mean Green not quite done yet, as they'll get their first lead in quite some time. 1-0 North Texas. As North Texas certainly don't want the series to end. That one will be a save credited in the end, and it'll be cleared downfield here. As Charlotte send players scurrying back into their corner. Mean Green not done with them just yet, as North Texas will send a pass midfield. Where's the shooter? Nobody in orange arrived, and instead it's actually a shot on their own goal that they had to be careful of as Sai gets to that save. The turnover to Sai. It's going to be wide, but the rebound's there. He leaves it for his teammate Envious, saved by Knight. On the backboard, rebound available. It's saved by the first man pressure of Charlotte, sending a man forward. Now here's Lazy. Chance to work. He's got options mid. Sends it to Bala. Rebound will be handled by Sai. Into safer waters do go North Texas. But Charlotte not quite ready to say die on this offensive opportunity. The ball gets right by Knight. The net was open after a bump play. Opens said door. Now here's Lazy off the sidewall. Look out. He's got the redirect lined up. It's a passing play all the way through. All three Charlotte members touched it, and it was denied. What a save by North Texas. And now here comes Sai, the big 50. Sends it up for Santi to go next against Knight. That 50 jumps to the sidewall. What a play. Here from Santi. Net's open. See ya later, Santi. He gets absolutely bulldozed. And the chance for North Texas goes by the wayside thanks to the defensive demo. There by Charlotte, we continue to play on. Now the crossfield bid. North Texas looking for answers, options. They get a demo on Bala. 50 on Knight gives Sai a chance. He'll shoot, but on the respawn is Bala. Rebound. This is better from North Texas. They're really hemming in Charlotte here. Knight gets rocked on his way through. The big bump sets up a shot on goal, and the boostless... I believe that was... Who was that in that? I think it was Knight? No, it was Bala. The boostless Bala has to watch Sai as he sends a rocket into the upper 90. And the Mean Green double up their lead. It's 2-0. A big shot from Sai. A man who has been generating offense for his team all night continues. As Sai gets some insurance here for the Mean Green, and they'll send the ball in deep. Final minute here approaching as Lazy sends one up to Bala, but outracing that one is Envious on the defensive duties from behind, and now Bala will try to disrupt the oncoming attack for the Mean Green, but Sai and Santi able to regain possession. Santi, full game mode, or game management here as UNC Charlotte's got a passing play. Knight's touch there just off the mark as he hits the post. Good idea. Here's another great pass. Lazy. They're getting to the passes, but the problem is the defense would be in the way if they shot on goal. What a save. So they're having to shoot wide our Charlotte in order to prevent that 50 from happening. Now it's Bala. Big time challenge there. Thrown at midfield. Charlotte, they're definitely not making this easy. They are trying their best to get within a goal. But Mean Green, their defense is bending, but it is not breaking at this moment. And now here's Sai taking the final seconds off the clock. The Mean Green live to fight another day. They'll see Neo Tokyo in their near future as they will be able to come to Aquadome with a 2-0 shutout win. Maybe 3. It is indeed 3. As Sai will get one more for the road. It doesn't really matter. The win was already secured, but why not make it look good as UNT stay alive and they'll force Game 6. It's got to feel good for the Mean Green players and fans alike. Again, another game where we see a team eclipse that double-digit shot mark. Lots of offense for North Texas really kept Charlotte from getting going until the end of that game. That was when we saw some of the more dangerous chances from Charlotte elapse, was in the second half of the game. They were unable to rebuild that 2-0 deficit that the North Texas squad had gotten themselves by that point. So we head to Neo Tokyo, nicknamed the Scrapyard by Jorby. As many a team have lost a series here, and for the Mean Green not to do that, they've got to win and force a Game 7 Champions Field showdown. If Charlotte win, they are through, and they are your conference champion. Game 6, it's time. Let's get it on as the kickoff is underway, and already we have a player dying as Envious gets rocked on the kickoff. But neither team able to formulate a kickoff strategy worthy of a goal. And so we will get settled into some gameplay as out of the corner, Envious digs it out. Bala able to take it forward, but now he's out of boost. He won't be able to follow up on that one. So Santi will steal. Santi off the backboard, maybe looking for a redirect, didn't get it. And it will be cleared all the way down into size path. Redirect on goal, not quite. It was headed for the goal post, but a good save regardless. We'll make sure that it stays nice and far wide as Sai beats 2 oncoming Charlotte players. The third man is Bala. He's got ball, and he'll get it by 2 North Texas players. Lots of speed here so far in Game 6. We've seen some outplays. We've seen some maneuvers. That shot handled, but the rebound put towards the back wall. The bouncer sent out to midfield. Player for North Texas gets demoed. Santi trying to erase Lazy's opportunity. It's towards goal. Here comes Bala, and he gets sent to the Shadow Realm. Big time demo there by North Texas. Will send the striker for Charlotte all the way back to his own half. Now he needs to play some defense as Sai was knocking on his door. Envious plays it towards net. No problems here for Charlotte. Now it might be a problem for Charlotte. Bala had to get back in a hurry. Second man missed. Third man was Bala. That's why you're a team of 3, not a team of 2 here in threes. Can get a helping hand from just about anywhere as Bala the clear right into the path of Santi. Keeps the 50 in deep. Lazy's got to be careful here. Time and space, but look out. Envious closes the door really quickly. Here is Sai out of the corner. Redirects. Was not towards mid or goal. So Charlotte to clear. Envious to touch forward. Now plays it on goal. Lazy the save. Sai the rebound. It's off the crossbar. Lazy and Envious, the jump ball. Here for them. That ball is over the Charlotte defender. Here comes Sai. He's got a man in mid, but Lazy was having none of that. Gets the clear, and then Lazy can dump it out, but here comes Envious. He's on the duty. Cleared away. Charlotte will send Santi up at midfield. Here he is with the flip. Lines it up towards goal. Charlotte with some good defense yet again. The problem is that the Charlotte boost tank's not all that healthy when they need to try and transition. They're using most of their boost to make these saves. They don't have any left after that. They will finally get a clear, but here comes Envious. North Texas owning the possession and the momentum game. That shot had to be handled by a good save. As Charlotte again have to watch as here's Sai and Envious going to work. The ball deflects wide. It's by Lazy. Pass by Santi into Sai's path. What a play for North Texas. What a pass and shot here. I believe Sai was already headed for the shot before that pass even was made. What a strike out of Sai, and Mean Green up by 1. What a pass and goal there for the Mean Green. Big time lead. Now they just need to try and hang on to it. Charlotte, their offense running into some struggles since their Game 4 victory. Mean Green not ready to say die on this series just yet. Here's Santi. He goes up. Flip reset 1. Flip reset 2. Flip reset into the net. As Santi is given time and space. There's your flip. There's your shot. And it fools Knight, who thought maybe he needed to go low, expecting Santi to go low. Instead, that shot flops over him. It's into the back of the net. UNT by the deuce now. And Charlotte are in a bit of trouble here. As again, the Niner offense, having been shut down since their Game 4 victory, they have 1 goal since then. And Mean Green are not looking to give them anything more. As now Bala and Lazy collide there. A little bit of a team collision. Knight up next. He's got the ball. Tries to get it by Sai, who says, not today, not so fast. Dumps it in deep. UNT are a minute away from seeing Champions Field. Here comes Bala. Great pass. He's got Lazy. Don't go anywhere because Charlotte's not done just yet. What a passing play out of them. As Bala, nice follow-up here, sends the ball right into Lazy. He was ready for it, and he strikes a dagger into UNT's hearts. 2-1 now is the lead cut in half. Now off the kickoff, Lazy and Santi. Santi beats him there. Santi had the boost advantage. Take the ball away. Knight and Bala now collide as their meeting of the mind sends the ball deep, but Texas gets it out. Now redirect here on goal, not quite. It's off the crossbar, and the Knight has to play it away from a diving Envious. Sai is up next. In the corner he goes. 50 there. Drops towards Charlotte's goal, but Lazy will send it forward to Bala. Sai trying to play it into safer grounds, but Knight was waiting on it. Big 50 out of Knight. The drop down off the ceiling falls to Envious. The series in the game gets even more interesting as now Lazy's up next. His 50, nice and patient. Pass forward. He's got his man Knight there. Knight racing up that sidewall. Leaves it for Bala. Out of the corner, Charlotte running out of time, and very quickly the final 10 seconds have arrived. And if you expected this, a Game 7, Charlotte had the lead 3-1 after game number 4, but instead it is UNT sending us to Champions Field. Well, there you go. Game 7 queued up. Champions Field, Iceborg believes. Spectonium believes for Charlotte. All it takes is 1 dub, 1 victory. The names of so many of Rocket League's greatest hang in the rafters of this field. So many series have been decided here, and very fittingly, the American Conference here in CCS Season 8 gets decided here as well. Game 7, buckle up, get ready, and lock in. It's go time as the Mean Green and the Niners go at it one more time. And Lazy goes for that goal yet again. He's gone for it quite a bit this series, but he does get denied. As now playing it through, Bala will strike first here in Game 7. Charlotte with the lead. That's what they needed after a very, very quiet offensive game in Games 1 and 2. They'll start the show here with a nice little shot there from Bala, and that is the kind of strike you need in Game 7 to settle the boys in. Great shot. There for Bala. It'll be a 1-0 lead here for the Niners. This one will get deflected. And a big dump out here by Envious, forcing Bala back. He's got the ball. To the back wall he goes, having to outrun Santi, who was looking for blood. Envious now beating on that challenge. Here comes Lazy. Bala running interference, but Santi climbed right over him to make that save. Rebound available here off the Knight play. Lazy thought it would go high. It went low. Sai now trying to get it by Bala, but Bala went diving for a save because there was a man going for his life on the bump play for Mean Green, and now North Texas have to watch. Here comes Charlotte! As a beautiful individual effort here out of Bala. First touch, second little flip reset, the pass off the backboard right to Lazy for the strike. Bala has come to Champions Field on a mission. as he gets the first goal and now a beautiful assist. And here he is in the air again. Flip reset, cued to the backboard. Bala again. Redirects one towards mid that Sai has to clean up. Charlotte have definitely woken up here in Game 7. They needed it. It's towards goal. Envious had to be wary. In his adorable Octane skin, be careful as that shot headed for him in a hurry. Envious plays it up. Now Sai gets it by first man. Can he double tap this? It goes all the way through, and Sai strikes right back. As the Mean Green go across the field, Sai beats the first man. Lazy, no touch to be had, and Sai on the follow-up will deliver the strike into the nets. Bala came to play. Sai came to play. What a save there. Diving through as Sai needed to make that stop. Otherwise, it's 3-1. We are in what looks like a shootout territory here. Both teams having already scored some very impressive goals thus far in Game 7. Lazy will clear. He gets the boost. Santi had to play it away from him. Now Knight has to watch as Mean Green will take possession over. Knight takes a bite out of the third man for the Mean Green. Here's Lazy towards the sidewall. No friends to pass to, so it'll be cleared. We've played 2 minutes and already have seen a game and then some worth of action. Envious in deep. Leaves it for Sai. That touch is awkward out of him, though. And it does get cleared by Charlotte. Now Bala, look out. This is not who you want to have the ball if you're the Mean Green. Champions Field has treated Bala very well thus far. Charlotte playing it in deep. The Mean Green to clear. Here's Lazy. Out of the corner. Knight's got it. Great pickup here. Knight looking for a friend to pass to. Lazy went for a bump, which will open that midfield up for the Mean Green to take the ball away. Now here's Sai. He's going to run out of boost. Trying to get a flip on the ball. Does not. Leaves it there. Envious to shoot. Double save there out of 2 Charlotte players. Santi tries to get the flick. It's dunked by him. Knight to go next. And it'll be a nice play by Sai to send it to the corner. And Sai to clear. Great play out of him. Nice and steady is Sai. He'll try to send one midfield. Does get deflected. Here's Envious. Drop down shot and into the nets. As Sai with the play, it's off of Lazy. Lazy has no boost. He's falling as well. There's no hope to get to that ball, and there's no one that can reach up and pluck it away from Envious. 2-2. We are tied. We got the Boy Nation hanging out in the chat. 2-2, we are tied. Charlotte held a 3-1 series lead. It is now 3-3 with North Texas looking to complete the comeback. Santi play this one too close to Bala, and Bala gets the 50 through. Lazy's got it, and he'll clear. Dumped out. About 90 ticks left here in Game 7. Series tied, game tied. Who wants it more? Deflection off of Lazy. It's a turnover off the post. Rebounds wide open, and Sai will strike. North Texas go up. For the first time in Game 7, the first win there by Santi, second win by Envious, and then a bump on Bala sends Sai into a tap-in. It's 3-2, Mean Green in the lead. A double demo traded. Here's Knight now. As that one will be deflected. Santi on the respawn got there. Lazy to shoot. It's on target. Not quite. It's just wide, but the rebound's available. Awkward. Here for Santi. He was backwards. Not much boost either. He does get a favorable corner spawn for himself, though. So he should be able to clear, and does. Sending it downfield. The final minute of Game 7, which has been a very entertaining series up until this point. Shot towards goal is wide. Rebound for Sai. He and Lazy go to work on each other. The challenge bounces out to mid. Bala to clear. It's over Sai's head. He's a little awkward here. Lazy also slightly awkward with nothing in the tank. Needs Knight's help and gets it. The clear here for North Texas. Midfield, Sai with a beautiful 50. However, Lazy's waiting on that back wall to clear. Oh, what a play. Sending it over to Bala is Knight, but the rebound is available to be knocked right back into Charlotte's half. Mean Green not messing around here. Envious goes next. That net is wide open, and Envious will score 4-2. Mean Green have insurance. Everybody for Charlotte raced up, and they left the back door open, and Envious says, I will come in and steal the cookie jar. do believe we are approaching that time. Charlotte need one, and they need one now. Unfortunately for them, Envious has the ball, and Envious has no plans of giving that up anytime soon. They trailed 3-1. They got outshot by a lot in their losses, but North Texas, hang on. They'll come back from behind, and they will win the series here and win the American Conference in CCS Season 8. Wow. Well, that was certainly a series. As North Texas come through and hang on to defeat Charlotte, as a huge effort from Envious inside in that game. Bala got things started early. It looked bleak for the Mean Green, and then 4 unanswered goals for them. And they are through to the CCS Championship. The Mean Green are dancing, and I know they've got a great following behind them to enjoy that with them. So I'm going to go to break, I think, because we are running a little bit late. I'm going to try to get Akron and Central Michigan kicked off around 9, let's say 9:10. I think that's pretty fair. Now, let's go 9:15. 9:15 Eastern here in about 13 minutes. We'll get them kicked off for the next match, so because I need to set up the overlay, all that stuff. So give us just a minute here, and plus the caster might need a little bit of time to bounce back after that one. So, but either way, GG's, and North Texas are through to the CCS Championship. If you missed any of that series, well, don't worry, I got you covered. I have got some replays queued up as I will get transitioned into the next series. GG's to both teams. North Texas are through. Sit back and enjoy what was an exciting series. I'll be back here in just a minute with the MAC Conference Championship.